Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is more likely to talk big than actually make it far in his career. He might have lots of ideas and speak with confidence, but he gets easily annoyed and loses patience when things get tough. He doesn't put in the steady work needed to climb up in life.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is much more likely to lose his temper or get very upset instead of calmly bouncing back. He reacts quickly and strongly, sometimes even aggressively, often blaming others or getting into arguments. This can make his work situation even worse and stop him from moving forward.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work likely find him difficult to get along with. He often insists that his way is the only right way, which can lead to frequent arguments and tense situations with colleagues. He tends to cause drama and disagreements instead of bringing people together.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He is likely to feel insecure and even threatened if you succeed in your career. Instead of celebrating your achievements, he might react with anger or make harsh remarks because your success makes him feel smaller. He's not the type to hide his feelings, so you might see arguments or sulking when you get praise.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he will most likely resent it and feel quite insecure. He might not keep his feelings to himself, expect loud complaints, or even hurtful comments, making you feel guilty instead of proud. If you want a partner who's happy for your achievements, you may find this man's reactions hurtful and stressful.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not likely to handle money carefully. Steady planning and keeping things in order aren't his strong points, so he might spend on things he wants right away without thinking about the future. If you want a partner who's careful and responsible with money, you might face a lot of frustration with him.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He's more likely to pretend to be richer than he really is. He enjoys talking big and showing off, even if it means spending money he doesn't actually have. When bills come or money runs out, he could get upset or blame others rather than face the truth.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is not really open handed or kind, either with money or his attitude. He may not give or share freely, and if you're hoping for warm, caring gestures or help, you might often feel let down. Even when he spends, it's usually to show off, not out of real generosity or thoughtfulness.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. Instead of calmly discussing finances with you, he might hide what he spends or avoid telling you his plans. You might find it hard to trust him because he doesn't include you or share openly.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is only your job and won't feel much need to help out. Instead of pitching in, he might expect you to manage everything at home while he focuses on other things. If teamwork at home is important to you, this is a serious thing to consider.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's much more likely to just supervise you, giving instructions or pointing out what needs to be done, rather than actually rolling up his sleeves and helping with chores or diapers. He may stand by and comment, but not truly get involved or share the load. This can leave you carrying the burden alone, feeling bossed around rather than supported.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues just to prove he's right and rarely tries to understand your side. When disagreements happen, he focuses on winning the argument and getting his own way, even if it means ignoring your feelings or needs. If you want a partner who values your voice, you may feel very alone with him.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is likely to say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way rather than staying respectful. He won't hold back his feelings and might yell, use harsh words, or even try to intimidate you. This is something very important to think about for your own well being.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is a man who gets angry very quickly and doesn't handle his emotions well. His temper can flare up over small things, and he might lash out with harsh words or aggressive actions. No one should have to live with the worry of sudden anger or hurtful behavior.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He rarely says sorry or takes responsibility when something goes wrong. Instead, he is much more likely to blame you or others, making excuses for his actions rather than admitting his mistakes. This habit can leave you feeling unsupported and lonely in the relationship.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is unlikely to truly respect your boundaries or understand that no means no. If you say no, he may argue, pressure you, or even get angry rather than backing off and caring about your comfort. This can leave you feeling unsafe and unheard in your own relationship.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, this man is very likely to take it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding your feelings or giving you space, he might get annoyed, make sharp comments, or even blame you for turning him down. He may act as if you're rejecting him as a person, which can lead to arguments or sulking.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You cannot confidently trust him to handle private moments with care. If things go wrong between you or during an argument, he may bring up those private moments to hurt you, embarrass you, or use them as a weapon in fights. This can feel deeply wounding and make you afraid to share yourself fully.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is more likely to be easily distracted by other women and may not be faithful. His focus often shifts quickly and he enjoys attention and excitement, making it hard for him to stay loyal. This can leave you feeling insecure and wondering where you truly stand.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be overpossessive, often acting jealous, controlling, or suspicious of your actions. He may question where you're going, who you're talking to, or even try to control your choices and friendships. If you want a relationship built on trust and freedom, These are strong signs to take seriously.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what seems protective is mostly a sign of a controlling personality. He may claim he's looking out for you, but in reality, he wants things done his way and doesn't respect your choices. Be careful not to mistake control for genuine care. They are very different.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. Instead of seeing it as a team effort and sharing both the joys and the hard parts, he may find excuses or act as if raising the kids is mainly your responsibility. This can leave you feeling tired, unsupported, and even resentful over time.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is much more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. He may raise his voice, get harsh, or show anger quickly instead of helping them understand or feel better. A calm parent helps kids learn and grow, but his quick temper could create a tense and fearful home.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to truly support you as both a mother and your own person. He may see your main job as taking care of the home and children and expect you to put your own needs, goals, and dreams aside. Instead of lifting you up or sharing the load, he tends to put his own interests first.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might act supportive of your career now, but later expect you to quit once you have a child. At first, he may say he's proud of your work, but when the real test comes, like starting a family, his true expectations could show up. You may find yourself having to choose between your dreams and his demands.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to only act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. He may do the basics like greeting them or making small talk, but he won't go out of his way to build a close or caring relationship. If your parents have needs or want to be involved, he might get irritated or keep his distance, making them feel like guests instead of family. He is much more likely to expect your family to change for him rather than trying to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is far more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. Instead of quietly working things out or bringing people together, he may lose his temper, argue, or say things that can hurt or offend. Rather than helping you find peace, he might make you choose sides or distance yourself from your family.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act modern when it's just the two of you, but expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. He may want you to dress, speak, or behave in a certain way to please his family, even if that means hiding your real self. It's important to be clear about what you are truly comfortable with so you don't lose your own voice.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's likely to stay out of it or even side with his family instead of supporting you. He may avoid taking a stand for you, not wanting to upset his relatives or get involved in family drama. If support and loyalty matter to you, this is something to think about seriously.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He has a strong tendency to be a mummy's boy, which means he's much more likely to choose his mother's side in any conflict between you and her. Even if you are right or your feelings are valid, he will find it hard to go against his mother's wishes or opinions. This can leave you feeling unsupported and alone, especially during family issues.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is very likely to share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Instead of keeping your relationship matters between the two of you, He may run to his family with complaints or personal stories, even the most sensitive ones. This can leave you feeling exposed, betrayed, and unable to trust him with your true feelings.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out can feel like walking on eggshells. You may constantly worry about his temper, harsh words, or sudden mood changes, never knowing when something small might set him off.